Hello, my name is Kirsten Yoder, and I will be talking about the article Position of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics Total Diet Approach to Healthy Eating, which was published in 2013. The position statement of this paper writes, "It is the position of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics that the total diet or overall pattern of food eaten is the most important focus of healthy eating. All foods can fit within this pattern if consumed in moderation, with appropriate portion size and combined with physical activity. The Academy strives to communicate healthy eating messages that emphasize a balance of food and beverages within energy needs rather than any one food or meal." The specific topic is so important due to the health benefits information like this can provide if taken into genuine consideration. On the other side of that, it is also important to know how to have a healthy relationship with food because of the serious consequences and health issues that may arise if an individual's diet doesn't meet the recommended needs. Most people do not know the extent of extremes on either side of this topic. Consuming a healthy diet can protect against many diseases such as heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. When eating a healthy diet becomes a normal habit for individuals for a prolonged amount of time, the lengthened quality of life arises. The article emphasizes that focusing on eating in moderation, eating a variety of foods from each food group, and being active throughout the day have major roles in accumulating a healthy lifestyle. The total diet approach supports nutrition program regulations and other public policy measures that facilitate healthy food choices. The article is not just preaching to the public on how everyone needs to be healthy, but is also trying to show us how and give recommendations on where to start out. The basic premise of the article from the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics is that the total diet or overall pattern of food eaten is the most important and healthy focus for eating. The article states that instead of classifying all food as inherently good or inherently bad, we use a different style of teaching consumers healthy food choices. The Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics has recommended a balanced variety of nutrient-dense foods that can be consumed in moderation while monitoring portion sizes while promoting adequate physical activity. In other words, pick healthy foods first and then choose the foods that we like and get moving. The total diet approach is basically based on an overall eating pattern while maintaining energy-efficient foods. The article went on to explain that most people eat foods based on taste and convenience. With more and more parents in the workforce and increased activities for their children, consumers do not have time to cook healthy. The article went on to explain that labeling specific foods as good foods and bad foods can cause people to give up on making the effort to make dietary improvements. Most consumers do not want to give up foods that they like because of a restrictive diet. Total diet allows consumers to eat foods that they enjoy in moderation. The total diet approach helps to encourage a better relationship with food by not categorizing food as good or bad. With a restrictive diet or limiting certain types of food, can result in guilt, anxiety, and total overall fear of failure, which results in an unhealthy relationship with food. The total diet focuses on maintaining a certain macro, but in simple form. The total diet approach allows people to eat high-calorie foods in moderation while incorporating nutrient-dense foods. Because of different individual factors, environmental settings, and cultural social values, this approach is much more sustainable and helps people to change their eating habits over time. Studies have found that consumers are more interested in knowing what to eat rather than what they can't eat. Categorizing foods as good or bad tends to be a short-term fix that often leads to failure. The goal of the Academy and the total diet is to educate by teaching skills that help consumers with current eating patterns. The intent is to teach them to choose foods that are high in nutritional density first, but to enjoy a treat sometimes. The emphasis should be on long-term lifestyle change. The article talked about implementing a plan that would educate adults and children while incorporating a healthy relationship with food and creating the need for activity as well. With the plethora of social media superstars, it is important to teach the importance of obtaining nutrients from food rather than the unnecessary reliance on supplements that we see so many pushing. The article suggested that when designing the nutrition education plan, we should be promoting variety and proportional moderation in our food choices. The article talked about the importance of food nutrition practitioners and their responsibility in communicating in an unbiased fashion nutrition information that is culturally sensitive, scientifically accurate, medically appropriate, and tailored to individuals' needs. Dietitians and other healthcare professionals can use this information to make ethical, evidence-based practice decisions by increasing their knowledge, teaching coping skills like alternate behaviors, incorporating personal favorites in individualized eating patterns, and promoting acceptance of personal choices, as in, I don't have to eat it or I can have a couple bites. This individualized education is more comprehensive and involves context-based judgment, which is more sustainable than other approaches that have been studied.